Jason Seagull up there. You're going to see him steal all the fish throughout the next 20 minutes. He's really a showstopper. But of course, we're also here to see some wonderful marine mammal trainers and some stellar sea lions. We're going to give them a big round of applause as they make their way on out to the boardwalk. But let's give some other big round of applause here, like to our wonderful cafe staff. Giving us all soda, ice cream, and whatever else they got. But of course, looks like one of our trainer friends is here. Let's give a biggest round of applause to Sammy. Speech. Do we have a word of wisdom from Sam? No, we don't. Okay, it's warm. Stay cool. Now, of course, we're going to be meeting more of our pals here in just a minute. But why don't we say hi to the big guy? We got our pal here, Kenai. You'll see him in a minute here. 12 years old, of course, weighing in at 720 kilos. We're going to be learning a little bit about the training that happens with him, all sorts of behaviors. That's what he sounds like. But of course, we're also joined by Tessa, Nigel, and potentially more. Ben. Ben as well. So big round of applause to them as we see them make their way on out. Here's Kenai here. But of course, there is also some more friends. But I believe I now have a word here from Harbour Air. It was late. She took 20. No, of course, as they make their way on out here, you're going to see those marine mammal trainers working with those stellar sea lions to actively participate in their own health care. You're going to see some stellar sea lions raise a flipper, open their mouth, stick out their tongue. It's like when we go to the dentist, right? When we all open our mouths and we all say, "Why are you guys yawning? Come on, it's 2:30, wake up." But of course, that is all you are seeing here. And now, there's our Valkyrie. You know, I say when Kenai comes out, everyone gets excited. But of course, that is our friend here working there with Nigel. Once he is all checked out and good to go, you're going to see those stellar sea lions go through, of course, lots of enrichment here at the aquarium. Two types of enrichment. Of course, you are going to see lots of it. The first one that you are going to see is like making sure they have those beautiful beach balls all good to go. It is physical enrichment. You're going to see those stellar sea lions going up and down. And then, of course, one of our favorite types of enrichment here is called the breach. Now, that there is where Kenai charges up all of his weight. He bounces up out of the water, and then he splashes right about... Are you guys members? Right here, there we go, all right. But of course, that's not all the enrichment that takes place here. There is also two types. Just like going to school, it's not all gym class, there's also mental enrichment. Stellar sea lions, of course, love those posters, those games that give them all sorts of stimulation there. Now, of course, one that we really like to see here, it is the multitasking behavior. That's where the stellar sea lion is going to swim and wiggle a flipper at the same time. It's the equivalent to a human patting their heads and rubbing their tummies. Looks like Kenai there is saying hi to Jason Seagull, big fan. Now, of course, we were saying with that multitasking behavior, I'm going to pick on you guys because you're in the shade. That's multitasking for a sea lion. Can a human do it? Can a human dare attempt such a complicated maneuver? Okay, pretty good. Can you flip it?
Daddy.
No. Okay. Well, then how about this one? A stellar sea lion can hold their breath for up to 10 minutes. Let's see.
Rachel. That's Rebecca.
Oh, you just started talking. Okay, sea lions win that one. Again, folks, we do want to make sure there is an exit point here, so everyone's going to have to move all the way over there. I'm sorry I'm the security guard and the pronouncer today. Let's just move on down that way, please. I'm looking at you and making eye contact, which means you guys got to move that way and not pretend like you're somebody else. There we go. Okay. Now, that was me communicating with guests, but of course what you are seeing here is those marine mammal trainers communicating with those stellar sea lions to actively participate in their own health care. Now, of course, on top of that, you are seeing Sammy here communicating with those stellar sea lions using what is known as positive reinforcement. Now you're seeing actually Ben over here do it as well. Now in our first scene, you ask the stellar sea lion for help, and then of course, for the behavior they look for, then they bridge it together with their thing. I can't do it with an interpret, let alone do it with a stellar sea lion, of course. What you are seeing is them simply ask that stellar sea lion for that behavior they are looking for, then they bridge it together with, of course, the reward. Now folks, what do you think a good reward for a stellar sea lion might be? Fish. Fish is an excellent word for a stellar sea lion. Sometimes, of course, they might not feel up to the behavior of the day. It's A-okay, it's getting hot out there. We all have bad hair days, case of the Mondays. Now that is okay because it's all about that bond of trust between the stellar sea lions and marine mammal trainers that have led to wonderful research here at Vancouver Aquarium. To find out more about the research that's taking place here, I highly recommend you head down to the Arctic Gallery after this, read about some of the research that's taking place here. One study we really like to highlight on was the stellar sea lion populations up and down the coastline. The research that took place here in the 1990s. The marine mammal trainers, the stellar sea lions, and of course the University of British Columbia. They had to study something to study the metabolism of stellar sea lions. Of course, they used little MyFitnessPal back there. They had to look at a little something called stellar sea lion scat. Now, if you don't know what scat is, this is the fun one. Oh, wait, so did you get yourself there? I think you did. Now, of course, they had to look at their scat, which if you don't know what scat is, it's a lot like but spelled backwards. Any guesses? Perfect, no one guesses. Scat is, of course, poop, and poop is what I happen to have in my pocket. They studied the poop of the stellar sea lions to see, of course, what they were eating. They saw the changes in those diets. Of course, they saw that one healthy fish slowly getting swapped out for junkier fish. Someone else was eating all that fish. Any guesses at who it might have been? Exactly, yes, of course, it was us. Now, of course, it wasn't just all of us. It was all of us due to things like overfishing and the like. Fortunately, though, because we caused the problem doesn't mean we can't be the ones to solve it. There are 3 excellent things that we can all do. That's a good point. To help those stellar sea lions. First thing you can do, you are already doing it just by coming to these programs, just by caring about these stellar sea lions. You are, of course, helping the continued education and research that takes place here. So give yourselves a big round of applause for being the real heroes today. Next thing you can do, you're already probably doing some of it now. Next time you're at a restaurant, a cafe, grocery store, maybe even our wonderful cafe, you see that O on the menu. That is the Oceanwise logo. That means that food was sustainably sourced. So you can have access to all the fish you may want. And of course, there you go, you're hungry for fish there right now. Of course, that will lead to those healthy ecosystems for all our friends out there. Final thing you can do, big scale change, legislative change, anything to lead to more of those marine protected zones. For all of those friends out there, those ecosystems, will lead to a nice, healthy tomorrow for all of our friends here. Now, it looks like our marine mammal trainers are still working hard here with our mountain. Let's give a big round of applause to Sammy, Ben, Nigel, and everyone here today. To see more of the marine mammal trainers in action, of course, I highly recommend after this 4 o'clock, head over there to the otter habitat. You will see some sea otters and all the like. Now, of course, there's also plenty of other activities happening indoors, outdoors. Check out the Wet Lab 4D Theater. There's also a shark talk happening, all sorts of fun stuff. But I want to make sure you all stay dry and, of course, hydrated in this heat. So I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon. Well, the marine mammal trainers are wrapping up here. I just want to make sure you, of course, give them that space. So if you have any questions or if you want to come see the food, come say hi to me instead, but have a great afternoon.
Like a bear. Yeah, I know. It is distant.
It's crazy.
Yeah.